investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a one-year daily candle chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, ticker symbol DIA. And each and every week I leave my lines on the chart from the previous week so you can see just how well the forecast turned out. This was the candle for last Friday. And at that time, after the market closed, I put my forecast in and I said that we would most likely drop to this support level, which is a former role reversal right here. And we reached that target early on in the week. And today, Friday, we bounced right back up over that support level. And so that's a 100% accurate forecast right there. And here's the evidence once again. Now, as I erase these lines, what I'll do is I'll draw the new lines for the following week, which is next week. And this will give you an idea of how to use the charts as a forecasting tool. And I'll show you right here what I'm looking at. This is a gap down in the market. When the market gaps down, or in this case, when it gaps up like it did today, these gaps act as price magnets. And 80% of all gaps actually fill. Here is a gap up. You can see that right here. Market went up, and then 3 days later, the gap filled. The market gapped down. 4 days later, the market went up to fill the gap. Now, this is considered to be an open gap. So I think what we'll see early on next week is maybe a little bit higher as we test the resistance line up here. See, that's going to be my resistance for next week. But ultimately, I think we're going to move right back down to this gap fill point. And that's where I'm setting my target, is right at the gap fill point. Now later, as I move through this video, I'll show you where to go to learn more about gap trading. We have some videos on our website that will help you for sure. Now that's the diamond. So if we look at a more broad-based index in the Russell 2000, you're going to see I left my lines on the chart again. I said that we would move up and then pull back, and you can see that we moved up on Wednesday here, right to my line, came up a little bit higher today, almost to my point here, but I think what we'll see for next week is a pullback in the Russell 2000, and I'll remove these lines and then redraw for next week as well. This is going to be very similar to what we see in the Dow. I think we'll move up in the Russell 2000 and eventually pull back from this newly established resistance point. So again, follow along with the market, guys, so you can see what happens at the end of next week. Chances are the markets are going to move exactly the way I said they will. Here in these forecast lines, we've been extremely accurate week after week for a number of years, and I hope you can learn how to read the charts just as well. Now, if we look at the Qs, this is the NASDAQ market, basically the NASDAQ ETF called the Power Shares. I said that we would pull back early on in the week. And then I said there's a good chance that we can bounce off of this 20-period moving average. Look at that. Here's Friday. On Monday we came down. Tuesday we came down, hit my target, and then we bounced. So again, similar to what we've seen in the Russell 2000 and the diamonds, I'm going to establish this high back here as a resistance high. And I think what we'll see for the Qs is a pullback again to this moving average, which will ultimately fill this very, very small gap that we have here, because that gap too will act as a magnet. See how these gaps are working? It gapped up and came back down to fill the gap right there. So there's a good chance the market will come back to fill that gap. Now if we look at the spiders, ticker symbol SPY, this is the S&P 500 ETF. Again, spot on. This forecasts are perfect. We said that the market would come down to test this support level. It did just that. On Wednesday, we hit our target perfectly, and then we bounced off of the 20-period moving average. Again, today gapping. Now, there was some positive news that came out through the jobs reports, so this might even be a knee-jerk reaction to that. But I think the S&P will ultimately hit resistance here and then pull back once again to fill this gap right here. So I think the S&P can pull back. See that gap? Again, perfectly. Gaps fill 80% of the time. For the spiders, we're closer to 100% of the time, but that's what it looks like for all the major indices. Now, finally, the VIX. This is the volatility index. I said that we would move up early in the week. We did that, and look where the volatility index wound up, right at my target price. Here it is. The end of these lines, by the way, are where my target prices are. So if you're trading, looking for an indication to see who's favoring or leading in the market, whether it be the buyers or the sellers, come to the Market Guys, review the weekly market report, and that'll give you at least a little bit of an edge. And worst case, you'll have an idea of the points that we're concerned most about with regard to managing risk. And risk management is one of the cornerstones for the Market Guys and what we teach to the general public. And if you want to learn more about what we do at the Market Guys, go to the Market Guys website, click on the video tab right there, and scroll down. I talk quite a bit about gap trading, and you'll see right here is a video called Trading the Gap. You can learn about that. You can learn about some of the other things we talk about, the rubber band effect, and you'll see that this is a very short video that you can watch called The Market Shot, and you watch them on your schedule, not ours, and you'll get an education week after week with the Market Guys. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. So long.
For almost 3 decades, A.J. Monty has motivated audiences worldwide about creating personal wealth and winning in business. His time-tested risk management strategies focus on ideas that involve a keep-it-super-simple approach, also known as the KISS principle. These concepts have been delivered to people in over 16 countries around the world, reaching audiences in the millions. AJ is a best-selling author of 2 books, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success and Take Charge of Your Money Now, both of which have been featured on PBS Television, Fox Business News, ABC TV, as well as Sirius Money Radio. As a financial educator and consultant, he has worked with some of the most recognized names in the financial industry. Companies like Bank of America, Charles Schwab, E-Trade Financial, Scotiabank, and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you have ever been challenged with having to make a tough decision regarding when to buy or sell a stock, then help is on the way. The Options Oracle and Equity Oracle Alert services are designed to help you make those tough decisions. AJ will not only help you find the best trade candidates, but he will also lay out the exit strategy for each position in an easy-to-understand format that anyone can follow.
Hi, my name is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. For almost 30 years, I've traded stocks, options, futures, and even currencies. I've traveled the world teaching people just like you how to profit in the market using time-tested strategies that focus on risk management. You see, the secret to making money in the market depends on your ability to limit losses when you're wrong. In other words, if you want to make a lot of money in the market, don't lose a lot of money in the market. Now that may sound funny, but it's true. Most investors are challenged with 2 questions. The first question is, how do you find a good stock? Well, the best way to find the right stock starts with eliminating all of the stocks you would not invest in. This process of elimination is called stock screening. And our services help you overcome the odds so you're putting your money where the money is going. We're simply following the trends. The second question most people ask of me is, when is it time to sell? Well, if you don't have an answer to this question, then you might find yourself in a position where you're holding on to your stocks when things go against you. This is the worst thing you could possibly do because I believe this is no longer a buy and hold market. It has evolved into a buy and protect market. Holding on and hoping for things to get better is not a strategy. In fact, doing this will eventually lead you to a catastrophic loss, and you wouldn't want that. Our trade alert services help answer these 2 questions. Not only will I help you find the right trade candidate, but I'll also show you how to use the charts to manage risk. I don't use the charts to predict the future. I use them to protect the future. The charts tell me when it's time to get out as well as when it's time to get in. And that's what I'd like to teach you as well. We have 2 services, the Equity Oracle and the Options Oracle. The Equity Oracle is an alert service for traders who would like to trade only equities, whereas the Options Oracle is our premier alert service for both equity and option traders. Each alert is laid out in an easy-to-understand format that shows charts depicting entry and exit points. Risk management is our cornerstone of each service, so you don't have to struggle with the decision of when to get out, or when a trade goes against you, when should I take my loss. The strategy is to use the KISS principle, keeping it super simple. As a bonus, you'll have access to a live Q&A session as well, each and every month. This is where you can submit a stock symbol, and I will analyze these stocks while we discuss the best trading strategies for each position. And it gets better. In addition to the alert service and the live monthly Q&A sessions, we're also developing a member page that will include instructional videos about how to get the most out of our service. Without question, this is the best trade alert service available on the market, and we look forward to having you as our newest subscriber. Simply click on the link below to subscribe. It's easy. Once again, I'm AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. Thanks for watching.
Enrolling in this service is easy. Simply click on the link below to subscribe, and your weekly alert will be delivered right to your email box. And if you act now, we will include AJ's best-selling book, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success. This is a first-time offer that will get you on the road to success and keep you there. Remember, if you continue to do what you've always done, things will never change. Positive results will only come after you have taken the first step in the right direction. We look forward to having you as our newest member.